And now, in this dark alternate timeline, Olwen has tragically fallen. Which means we get to recruit a shiny new Mage Knight in this chapter. And so, with heavy hearts, we head to Fort Nordrhein instead of the forest. Welcome to the alternate timeline. The A route. Typically people make the B route the alternate timeline, but not me. Acting on the advice of Dorius, Leif made for Leonsa by way of the coast. However, travelling along such an exposed, public road had its price. The army would have to breach Fort Nordrhein, an imperial base. There, House Frigga had deployed an elite battalion of soldiers, one of whom conspicuously has a portrait, determined to stop the Liberation Army in its path. Welcome to the coast! No fun beach episodes here. Instead, we have a very, very massive array of troops in our path. Now, there is a way to try and break through the lines via an event, but it requires Olwen to be alive, and so I'm gonna go and show that now. Meanwhile, in a universe where Olwen did not die a horrible, painful death, I'm going to be showing this dialogue and this event that requires you to have her in your army. The bridge is the only way across the river and is being defended by a battalion of heavily armoured knights, and one gigantic asshole. Attacking the bridge will put us within range of the enemy's ballista. Oh yeah, well, I mean, that's something we haven't been in before, especially if we played the B route. I doubt any substitutes will convince them to move far away. The quality of life features in the little monster patch are telling me that they don't move. It's pretty cool there's a lore reason why they're not moving, though. Some way of tricking them away from the bridge, and yeah, if you have Olwen, she speaks up, and... Okay, I hate this event for two reasons. Firstly, it means there's no way to see everything in this chapter. You either miss out on this, or you miss out on recruiting Ilios. And Leif's tone here kind of implies that Olwen almost plans to sacrifice herself here. I'll explain that logic in a moment, because... Here's reason number 2 why I actually hate this. So, yeah, all of these guys don't move, and they're in range of all the ballistas. So basically what happens is Olwen's gonna come up here, yell at Kempf, and insult him, and get him to stupidly charge out of ballista range. The problem is that this would make sense if the event triggered just by Olwen being near Kempf. No, she has to talk to him directly. Do you see the problem with that? There are only 2 ways to be adjacent to Kempf in this map. Either you've already cut your way through his troops and are already in ballista range, at which point there's no point to luring him out of formation, or you use a warp staff. But you know what else you can use the warp staff for? Warping and killing the boss and skipping Kempf entirely. There's really just no real benefit to you for doing this event. But I'm going to be showing it anyway because you get some very satisfying dialogue from it. So I'm going to be warp staffing Olwen in. Suppose I can try rescue staffing her back. But yeah, like wasting a warp and a rescue is kind of the only safe way to do this. And it's just such a weird counterintuitive thing. Because in order to actually do this talk, you kind of have to prove that you don't need it. Yes, I may have fled from Fort Dum Dum. Yeah, Olwen's dialogue here is incredible. Oh yeah, and pull the Reinhardt card for good measure. So, again, with that dialogue, it's sort of assumed that, like, Olwen is sacrificing herself there, that she's going to end up dying, and the logic there is, oh, if she dies, then you can recruit Ilios. But there's another problem with that. You need to get past Ilios to get over here, so the chances, there's a pretty good chance you've already killed Ilios by this point. It's just a weirdly implemented event all round. The dialogue is fantastic, I just wish it was more useful. But I guess I can go ahead and rescue Olwen back just to show Kempf's troops going bananas. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if Kempf would just give them a pouch of gold with 1 gold piece in it. And he said, yeah, I said I'd give you a pouch of gold. I kept my word. It is always fun to see Kempf going bananas. And yeah, even if there's no troops in the vicinity, they all just charge in. So again, I like the theory behind the event. It just, they could have just done one thing to fix it. Just make it trigger when Olwen gets within like 5 tiles of Kempf, rather than needing to be adjacent and talk. So yeah, with that I kind of already spoiled that a certain somebody here is the Olwen replacement who's recruitable. This is Ilios. Really nice items and pretty good stats overall. Weirdly, you need Karen to recruit him. There's no indication of this whatsoever. Also, Kempf is back. He's not mounted yet, but he will on the first chance that he gets. And he's surrounded by a bunch of guys, along with this guy, Nikolov, who has no weapons at all. That's weird. And Brook, who's not a skeleton, but he has some master weapons, and not 20 cons, so you can capture him. Akar weapon ranks. Does Kempf have any authority? 3. And for some reason he has the no capturing thing right now in Miracle Plus, but I think that's going to change. Also, his weapon ranks are Adad. Be careful of Thoron, it has a lot of critical on it. He's also right now protected by a whole bunch of ballistas, and I already showed the intended method for getting him away from them, but I think the intended method is kind of dumb, so I won't be using it. Bishop down here with Physic and Elfire, a couple of guys with stuff here. Now, these 3 Cavaliers all have sleep edges. It will be very much worth your while to pilfer one of those with the Thief Staff. Either that, or put one of them to sleep and capture them, but that's kind of like a net loss of sleep users. Also, these guys all have Rider's Banes. We have an enemy Troubadour, which is pretty rare, even outside of the Yggdrasil games. Also some bandits, and it's very important we get the villagers here, because the villagers contain some fairly useful characters. Also, there is a drawbridge here as well, so I might need to bring a thief. Okay, yeah, that is a Killer Lance, that's just a Grutzerd. Now, I'm in an alternate timeline, so my units are going to be a little bit different here. Halvin got, I believe, at least 1, maybe 2 move, no wait, no, he got 1 move level. Ossian got 2 move levels in this playthrough, but also his stats are really bad. Oh, and the Vuja's broken. I'm also training Brighton here. He's made himself pretty tanky, and I also gave him Paragon for some reason. To all those who wanted to see Marcha, here she is. So yeah, she's pretty fun. Asbel is virtually identical to how he is in my main file, which is funny. And the main thing here is, look at this. Here's my boy Homer, yeah. You're going to be seeing how fun I find this guy in this map. And also Fergus, I am still using him, but besides strength, he is significantly weaker than in my other file. So okay, we must bring Karen. Finn's unpromoted, but he has got better stats than he has in my other file. Despite the ballistas, Dean is still good to have for visiting villages. Also, I was significantly luckier at getting warp staves in this file than I was in the other one. And here we go. Nordrhein. So yeah, now finally we're getting a context on that stuff that I showed earlier. Leave everything to me. I am definitely prepared for my arch-rival sister to come right up into my face and say exactly the right thing to make me angry. It's funny that he says no stronger than a pack of bandits when, as we established earlier, bandits are ridiculously strong in Thracia. That's a compliment. Yes, I call that place Fort Dum Dum for multiple reasons. I think Lance and Ritter are literally just Lance Knights. Well, for once, somebody understands what it's like to go up against the protagonist's army in a Fire Emblem game. Yes, no matter what, huh? Interesting. The Knights of Ulster. So we hear about Ulster a little bit from Miranda in the other route, but here we're actually encountering its military rather than its princess first. And here's another thing I don't like about this chapter. They act like this is some kind of terrifying anti-turtling incentive, but they don't show up until turn 20, and let's just say that once they do... Yeah, Count Cotamor is bringing nearly 100 men! Oh no! The mightiest army in North Thracia! How terrifying! There's another reason why I don't really think this chapter lives up to... Like, I saw a Reddit post about how this chapter's actually very bad at gameplay story integration, and I totally agree. Again, like, it's a massive hot take of mine, but I just don't like the A route as much as the B route. Aside from the fact you get to fight Kempf. There, here we go. So this dialogue's the same I showed earlier, however, without Olwen, the dialogue's a little bit different. Yeah, the conversation just ends there without Olwen. I was kind of hoping we get I think it's called Charge 1, like the Frigga battle theme. Also, why? Oh, right, bolting. That's why they say that the range is that big. Yeah, gotta be kind of careful because, yeah, in fact, I might actually need to give Karen a scroll. But while I am here... That house right there, you do need to pretty much hightail it to that point, but I think Fergus should pretty much have it covered. Oh, he definitely has it covered now. Goodbye, random bandit. Let's... no reason not to use the Brave Sword, this is in my main file. So this place is like the expandable alternate universe trope from TV tropes, but from a gameplay standpoint. Yes. Little did they know that Olwen was the anchor being for this universe, and with her death, this universe is going to collapse soon. But okay. Oh, right, we established that I'm going to save Lara for doing this. Because regardless of whether you're on the A route or the B route, I highly suggest that you get a Sleep Edge. It will help out a lot in Chapter 18. That was inevitable, but at least it doesn't consume the use. This is why I left, oh, nope, I don't even need Lara yet. Round 2, give Sleep Edge, please. And that time you didn't dodge. Yeah, a lot of people have mentioned they just like the fact that the Thief Staff is like summoning like a Tinkerbell to steal from the enemy. But okay, and with that, I'm gonna go ahead and hammer the Thief Staff. A very good target to use this staff on. I think actually Hamon can still miss. I wouldn't be surprised. But okay, didn't actually... Oh, by the way, Leaf got some movement levels in this run, so he's freakishly fast on his feet. And yeah, Halvin also with the move levels. Can send Asbel up there. Oh, that's actually pretty good. Yeah, let's keep up with it. Like, I was really, really ham with, Graph Caliber in my main playthrough. Like, I'm surprised that I conserved that many uses of it here. I think I don't know, there was a point in the game where I must have used it too much. Oh, Homer. Oh, I need Homer to get into... Yeah, right. Actually, how about this? Yoink. You go, like, there-ish. You go there, Dancify Glade. Because I really want to show Homer, like, that's the main reason why I did a separate file for this. I could have just used the characters of my main file, but I wanted to get a little bit of variety going. Oh, you still have a scroll, right. Yeah, let's go ahead and be super careful. I think that's just barely out of range. It is good. So now, Mr. Dean will just fly over there. And let's go into it. I do wish this game had more variety in enemy phase themes. It does feel like a lot of the maps use this one. It's not nearly as bad as, like, Fire Emblem Shadow Dragon, or not Shadow Dragon, the original Fire Emblem Shadow Dragon and the Blade of Light, okay, that only had one player phase theme and one enemy phase theme until the final chapter. I'm worried about that ballista right now, actually. Please dodge as... Oh boy. Oh boy, that's not good. Oh, that was, not good. Yeah, wow. Yeah, Asbel being just out of charm range was not good there. Oh, I know what that guy's doing! But meanwhile, Father Schroff, aka Sleuth, yeah, this is the one route where we actually get closure on his subplot. What little of a I mean, it's a pretty impressive subplot, though. It's being told by the ghost of one of Sigurd's army to help you. This guy's kind of another reason why I don't like the A route, but I'll go into that once we get to this village. It's good they basically indicate, though, where the village is, because, yeah, we don't want this bandit to reach that village at all. Speaking of things we don't want to reach, can somebody please heal Asbel? Oh, wait, hang on. Move 10. Did she get a move level up in this? I think she actually did. It's just I used up all my luck on this run, sadly. Also, sadly, even though there was another case of, like, a mutually exclusive recruitment, in this game... Oh, wait, hang on. What are your ranks? I haven't given him Nosferatu yet. Well, I suppose I can show that tactic off in the next chapter, in 17A. Oh boy, will I need it in 17A. But yeah, here's Homer. Didn't actually fully cover this, but it should be pretty obvious to anybody familiar with the literature. Homer is named after the Greek poet Homer. In Japanese, his name is literally Homeros, but that's just the Greek spelling of Homer. So most official sources still call him Homer, even though it's not technically 100% literal. But yeah, I always thought Homeros was kind of dumb. It's kind of like a lot of... He sliced that salmon in the drink, though. It's kind of like how a lot of, Japanese media calls Cerberus, like, spells Cerberus as Kerberos, but that is just how Cerberus is spelled in Japanese. Like, it's the Greek name for Cerberus. It's not really it's not actually meant to be, like, anything else, so it's just, I don't know, it's always kind of been a bit amusing to me that, like, Fire Emblem, like, Gaiden / Echoes had him called, like, well, one of the mini-bosses in the final chapter, those Doom occultists, doing this in case Leaf gets a bolting crit on him, is called, like, Kelbeth or something in early fan translations, when it's like, come on, it's supposed to be Cerberus. Yeah, Kelbeth is just really silly. And, like, Badass instead of Hades. Like, I fully admit Badass does sound so bad it's good, but I don't know, I'd rather have the actually accurate mythological reference there. But yeah, what rank in axes do I have? Yeah, I'm giving her an iron axe just because, like, I think she might be one of, like, the first female axe users to ever be playable in the series. I don't know if I'm totally right on that, but it's possible that she is. Anyway, eventually a whole bunch of Pegasus Knights are going to spawn down the bottom, and they all have Rider's Banes. Fortunately, though, Dean should be able to tear them apart. Okay, so just a pure water, but pure waters are pretty nice. Now, I do probably want to leave some people behind here, because this is where Connemore is going to spawn, and I kind of want to kill/capture him, because Connemore is the counterpart to Amalda. On the A route, you can't recruit him, and so there's no real reason not to take him out here, because if you don't, he will show up again in Chapter 19, and you can't recruit him there either, so getting rid of him now will prevent him from being a problem later on the route where you can't get him. So this conversation basically telegraphs that Ilios is recruitable. The problem is, it does nothing to tell you that you have to talk with Karen. I mean, I get that she's not exactly nobility, but like, there's plenty of other people in this army who aren't nobility. Oh, if that guy actually gets Kempf's Ven and Edge, I'm gonna laugh so much. Also, okay, good, yeah. This is why I gave Leaf a scroll. I like how you just sidestep a freaking bolt of lightning. Do you actually kind of like the haircut and the green hair on that? Because, like, you don't often see male mage knights in this game. Okay, now, typically you want to recruit Ilios before he uses up too much of his bolting. But there's actually a very, very fun fact about Ilios that I'd really love to share, and, but I'll get into that, maybe a little bit later. So yeah, finally I can get Brighton in on the action. Master Axe's hit rate's not the best. I can basically one-shot with the Poleaxe, though, which also has hit rate that's not the best. 9, 10, yeah, no, that's doubling threshold. I mean, my hit rate is not great against you regardless. You're not gonna get doubled by Ilios, meh, probably not. However, you do want to be careful of Ilios potentially either A, dying, or B... I mean, Ilios is probably just going to sit here and bolting people, because I think the enemy AI prioritizes not, like, dying, but yeah. Also, I need to get to the village this turn. Let's try the Rapier. Do have to be careful when you're facing sleep edges, though, because if you get hit, you're effectively disabled for the rest of the chapter. And goodbye. It's funny how, like, dark grey Rapiers are in this game. Homer's Avoid. Stephanie, it's not the best thing in the world, but it's not terrible either. Oh, yeah, how much? She has 8 Earth Sword uses left. Oh, yeah, I gave Nana Wrath in this file, too. And I can't quite get the Hammer and Staff over there. I mean, I can always do that later, I guess, but yeah, let's go ahead and go. I'm mostly doing this for the charm boost, just because I think I really need the evasion here. Just want to get rid of these guys as fast as possible. I mean, if I get rid of that bandit, the village is basically safe. I don't need to worry about sending somebody to rescue it. I'd also like to get rid of the bow knights to clear the way for Karen. Now we can show the animation here with Leaf, I guess. I was worried for a moment that I didn't have enough speed to, like, double. Or triple in this case. Yeah, somebody needs to get rid of that bandit. I am gonna get rid of that bandit with Homer, I think. Because, yeah, you didn't really get to see Homer's training arc on this route, so you're not really seeing the true Homer experience. That was very unlucky, by the way, because he has a 5 times follow-up critical modifier. But also... And he has a Vigor Star, so he can do this. Hello there. Like I said, Homer is extremely fun. I just really, really like this guy. I just think, like, I said back in Tearing Saga that Thracia was, like, the time when Kaga really learned how to do growth units right. Mostly it's just Sarah and Homer, but still, it's pretty cool. And again, okay, so Asbel will be in leaf range there. I hope Ilios doesn't decide to, like, attempt to Master Sword Asbel, though, from there. Maybe I should actually keep Asbel a little bit further back. Just in case of potential issues. Potential issues that are... I mean, generally the AI prioritizes no counterattack, so he's probably going to attack somebody from range. You never scroll, though. I probably should give you a scroll, just in case that he Thoron crits, because that has 20 crit, and with his skill stat, that is actually a lot of crit. How many more rescue staff use? I only have one rescue staff use. Like, I am, like, legitimately... also, gotta be careful of, like, potentially, yeah, Lara getting hit by bolting, which would be incredibly awful. So let's not do that. Do you have a scroll? You do have a scroll. Guess I can afford to send Brighton in a little bit. I think I've actually used a Master Axe in the main file. Like, having a Brave Throwing Axe is interesting. Also, you random enemy troubadours look just like Ethlin, just like the random enemy knights look like Midir. It's really funny that he has Mid in his name, because that's kind of how I always saw him. Okay, we may have a slight problem here because of, yeah. In fact, you know what? I'm actually just going to send Karen back, and next turn I'm just going to Warp Staff her in there. Or, hang on. If I recruit Ilios this turn, he can kill one of these guys, and then, oh, but they have Rider's Banes. Right, they could kill him in return. Unless... He. Rider's Bane, go bye-bye! I feel like Tina would say that. And you didn't miss, so nice. Okay, I'm probably perfectly safe to do this now. So, dance for Karen. Safi Warp Staffs Karen up here. Normally I would not use a Thief Staff like that, but again, this is the non-canon timeline, so I can afford to use up its uses. Fergus will just get down here. And then... yeah, the quality of life of Little Manster does make this a heck of a lot easier to know that Karen actually talks to him. It's just such a weird recruitment because there's like no real reason why it's Karen who does this. Similarly, though, there's no real reason why it's Nana who recruits Homer, so yeah. This is just a really strange recruitment all around. It's funny to use the phrase Flutter and Pegasus in the same sentence. I do kind of feel like this script, Little Manster, I mean, it kind of nailed this whole, like, fake nobility image this guy has. Like, I could consider defecting if I could be promised certain conditions. Like, it's like, he's trying to talk fancy, but the structure of the sentence is still very awkward. Oh yeah, this is actually kind of funny. So, in the quote-unquote patch notes for Little Manster, they mentioned that the Project Exile translation, he said that he'd want to receive full peerage and a title of nobility, and then Little Manster had the ultimate moment of, like, pedantiness, where they're like, technically speaking, full peerage already implies a title of nobility, so that's redundant. Like, the joke could be that Ilios doesn't understand that, but it's better to just, you know, I don't know, not assume that players would reach that far. It's kind of funny because, like, Pegasus Knights used to promote into Draco Knights. In fact, that's the entire reason why Dean is the first playable male Draco Knight, because all of the earlier ones started out as Pegasus Knights or were Minerva. Or were Altena, I guess. That wording just always reminds me of Reen from Trails of Cold Steel telling, like, Marcius, who hates nobles, "Oh, don't worry, there's not a drop of noble blood in my veins." He failed to mention the fact that he's the adopted son of a noble, but yeah. The exact wording trope is always fun. So, some people spell this as, like, Irios, but, like, Ilios comes from the name of, like, the Iliad, I think, so it's another, Greek reference. And this part of the conversation is also really, really weird as well. You'll see in a moment. It's like, you know, vaguely implied that Ilios might be a fake name. Oh, speaking of, like, classical literature, this just reminds me of the importance of being earnest. The guy who is named Ernest just because he wants to be, like, a refined noble. Yeah, so they changed Karen's made-up name for him to Troy to kind of match the reference. In Japanese, the made-up fake name is Olsen, and I'm not sure where that comes from. My best guess is it sounds similar to Olwen, and that's the only connection between Ilios and Olwen. It's so weird. Yeah, this whole situation is kind of bizarre. However, I guess you can fly out into the sea. We now have Ilios on our side. The elephant in the room is that Ilios requires Olwen to be not recruited or dead. In exchange for giving up Dire Thunder, what do you get? Well, pretty solid base stats, including better strength than Olwen will likely achieve, Miracle and Soul to make him pretty survivable, some solid all-round growths, a Vigor Star, A ranks in Thunder and Swords are really nice, no supports is a bit of a bummer. Also, Ilios comes with some really nice items, bolting, a Master Sword, and the Soul Manual. And being a mounted unit, it's a little annoying to get these if you can't recruit him. So, I like to give him credit for them. Ilios is very helpful in 16A for taking out ballistas with bolting, and he'll be a solid option from then on. With his good strength and A in Swords and Thunder, he's more versatile than Olwen while dismounted. A choice you'll have to weigh up if you want to go the A route. And fortunately, he had 4 uses of bolting left. Okay, before I do anything else though, I need to kill this Rider's Bane. Because nothing would matter if I don't do this. Let's see, how... Yep, that one-shots hit. Wait, no, hang on. Oh, it just barely doesn't one-shot him. That's cool. However, Ilios isn't going to double with Thoron, unfortunately. So I may actually have to use the Master Sword. Yeah, the odds of that working are almost guaranteed. Let's go for that. And I got the crit. Okay, that's good. So, yeah. So now we actually have 2 disarmed cavaliers here, and so on that note, I can actually talk a little bit about the... Let's see. Okay, yeah, wow, there's not a lot of enemy rangers here, so now I can kind of safely fly Dean over here. Oh yeah, another reason why some people go to the A route over the B route is there's an arena on the A route. But, what I was saying was that, I hope this person doesn't mind me, like, using this. Is he seriously just gonna run? I thought that he'd take... It would have been really funny if he took Kempf's weapon, but, maybe he's going for their lances, or is he just gonna run? I'm not sure. So, this person was on Actual Lizard's Discord, and, they were doing a challenge that is a, staffless maxed recruits. So, you know, exactly what it says on the tin, going for full recruitments without using staffs. Now, that proved to be a problem for the next chapter, because the next chapter has a character who you have to put to sleep in order to recruit, and, with Staffless, the only way to do that is with a Sleep Edge, but how do you get a Sleep Edge Staffless without using the Thief Staff? Because you can't, there's no way that you can, like, you can't get a Sleep Edge before this point, and there's no way that you can force a Cavalier to dismount without the Sleep Edge or the Sleep Staff, so it seems like the endeavors here were doomed, but... They managed to, and I respect them so much for this, create this Rube Goldberg machine of enemy trades that resulted in them being able to get a Sleep Edge to recruit the character from the next chapter without needing to, Maybe I should actually keep Glade around back here. I don't want anybody to die here if I can help it, is the thing. And there are going to be pirate reinforcements eventually. But yeah. So I'm going to be showing off these posts because, and kind of reading off of them too, because again, like it's really impressive, and I love the fact they're able to do this, so shoutouts to them. TLDR, when a Fire Emblem 5 enemy is disarmed, they go into retreat AI unless somebody in their army, you can see there, has a weapon they can take without disarming their ally. Problem is, only one other unit in the Sleep Sword Cav squad can use Sleep Swords, and they are mounted. However, I think I'll actually send Halvin back here and visit this village with Pern. They are recruitable, but if you disarm them normally, they go into retreat AI. That was something I was stuck on for a bit. Okay, this is how you're meant to go over that bridge to get the you know, village. However, Pern's already got lockpick, so he doesn't really need this. Then I remembered that enemies will take weapons when they capture you, and it just so happens that the enemy's Sleep Edge Cavs have access to weapon type Ilios doesn't. They all have D-Lancers. So Juniper had Dean holding an Iron Lance get captured by one of the Sleep Edge Cavs, killed the rest of the group besides it and Ilios, stole Ilios's Thoron and Master Sword, then had him use up all his boltings on Leaf. This left him in semi-retreat AI, where if he could access a friendly unit and this wouldn't disarm them, he would take one of their weapons. And boom, Sleep Edge in Staffless. This requires an Ilios recruitment though, so no Olwen. But yeah, so the idea is just doing that massive Rube Goldberg machine setup to get Ilios to take the Sleep Edge off of one of the Sleep Edge Cavaliers, then recruit him with Karen, so now you have a Sleep Edge without using staves. It's just... it impresses me when people do this. Like, I've never really been that impressed by, like, LTCs in Fire Emblem, but, like, things like that, like, I really enjoy seeing that kind of thing. So now we need to brave the ballistas here, and on that note, actually, so yeah, this is actually another reason why a lot of people theorize that, that they give you Ilios if you don't have Olwen, because another answer to the ballistas is bolting, and Ilios can do the... I didn't bring an Ensorcel Staff, did I? Oh wait, I do have a Pure Water. Oh, no, I did bring an Ensorcel Staff, okay then, but Safi is going to be hard to get all the way over there. It's probably better for me to bring the Pure Water. I vaguely doubt that I'll be using Warp later, so yeet. And again, because this is the non-canon timeline, I can always just Hamurn Warp at some point. It's actually a pretty good thing to use Hamurn on. But I do like to not warp skip chapters when I play these games. But okay, with this, I can give Ilios a Pure Water. This means I can't actually begin my assault on the ballistas just yet, though. But let's just go ahead and +7 magic you. And then get ready to go in. Because, yeah, with the Pure Water or Ensorcel, he should be one-shotting the ballistas. Of course, Asbel and Homer will also do a decent job of the same thing. Other than that, generally a good way to take care of ballistas is to use, it's a huddle around charm users, you know, Nana and the Kingmaker. It's a little unfortunate that Sloof's village is in ballista range. Now, yeah, I do kind of think... I want to say that that Conomor's squad does move and attack the turn they appear. But yeah, Conomor's squad's another thing I don't like about this chapter. And hello. Well, we haven't seen pirates in a really long time. They have a pretty good map sprite, though, so I'm happy to see them again. They're going to take forever to actually get into a good spot, though. So I think I'm actually going to send Halvan... Okay, Brave Axe is not looking that great. Oh, actually, hang on. Again, non-canon timeline and all that. Oh, well, only one use of that. I probably should repair the Earth Sword as well. At the same time, though, Earth Sword Nana's not really something that is something that I'm already... Like, Earth Sword Wrath Nana, I'm already showing that off on the other route, whereas, Brave Axe Halvan is something entirely unique to this one. So, okay, now that we have Ilios all pure warded up... Snipe! I'll show animations for the first one, because why not? It would be really sad if I got the 9-9 miss, though. And there we go. See, this is one way to make things a little easier for you. And the other way is... Oh, yeah, it's kind of rough to actually get Sleuth out of there with that. I probably should blow up that Ballista next. So, how much? Okay, 91 avoid, 90 avoid, and you guys have... Okay, the Ballistas can't actually hit, my mages if they go down there while huddled around Leaf. So, maybe we should... I think I will do this. Let's put, that is in Leaf range, I believe. So... And I suppose if this wind breaks, it breaks. Probably going to start to turn on animations here. Okay, that's actually good. That is out of Leaf range, so I don't really want to do that. Let's just focus on... no, I have less avoid like that. Let's just do this. The Ballistas should shoot first, so I'll have the high avoid... Well, I think actually the Ballistas might not shoot first. We'll see. Yeah, I'll go with Thunder right now. Nana's avoid's not... Actually, once she's near Leaf, she should be okay. Yeah, she now has 78, which should be which should be alright. And then also, Brighton has 19 defense, which versus these Ballistas... Actually, no, the Ballistas are still pretty strong. But I guess Brighton can go here. Because he gets a very sadly not mutual support with Matcha. Definitely want Lara to hightail it out of there. In fact, I might actually need to rescue her because there are going to be Pegasus Knight reinforcements coming from below soon. Really don't want them pulling a 14x on her. They aren't coming at me yet, though. Oh, Ballistas, where are you? Okay, yeah, they're going for Leaf. So, what's, yeah, 11 hit, that's fine. He might actually have more HP than on my other file, too. Also, I think he's going to hit level 20 in this chapter. So he'll get both universes' Leafs to level 20 before the thing that happens. Yeah, that's Homer. That was, like, no chance of hitting, I think. That's a pretty unlucky level up for him, actually. But yeah, I want that lower ballista dead at the first possible opportunity. Yep, and the rest of them don't move. So, time to attempt to kill off lower ballista. Okay, I can get in here. That's good, because this means I can bolting that without being in range of any other ballistas. And that is still a one-shot, which is good. Thank you, Pure Water. So yeah, this is basically the Olwen-less strategy of doing this. And that means that I can safely go here with Dean. Oh, I think it has to be Leaf, now that I think about it, yeah. Well, in that case, I need to get the key over here with Pern. Unfortunately, though, hang on. Bridge key, drop. And now I can take the bridge key with Karen. Are you even allowed to open bridges from the side? I guess we're about to find out. Because, okay, Brighton... Hammer will drop his Avoid. He does have Wrath, so it's... But he also has a long-range Master Axe. Let's go ahead and just Master Axe snipe you. Also like the way this thing's a really long axe. It's kind of like a throwing halberd more than an axe. But yes, you are done. And I suppose Leaf could be located as centrally as possible. Gotta be careful when getting close to Kempf, because even though he won't move, he will still be able to Thor on you, and that is very, very scary if it does hit. But I guess Nana should also go into the center here. Or maybe it's actually better if we go up here and try and, yeah, let's show off Homer attacking. Yeah, sadly I can't actually kill, Kempf with Olwen in this run, which is incredibly satisfying. But, I'm just trying to think who would be most satisfying to take him out with. Maybe Ilios, actually. But, yeah. I feel like Ilios here is sort of another, reason why a lot of people think this game has, a big nobility versus commoners theme, when it really doesn't. Ilios' thing is very much played for comedy. I do think it's, a case where, people read a lot of, quote-unquote modern fantasy tropes into stuff, because, a lot of modern medieval fantasy is very much just deconstructions and just kind of focused on how much it sucks to be in a medieval setting. And, yeah, that has its place, but I've always just been more a fan of the more, fantastical things. And Metaphor ReFantasio entirely dedicated itself to kind of both deconstructing and reconstructing that concept. It's that game impressed me in the sense that I was not expecting, I was expecting it to be just another, dark Game of Thrones or Three Houses, and it really wasn't, let's just say. Nana's just gonna, no, Nana needs to go here, because I think with that, she gets everybody. But also doesn't get attacked by any of those guys, and, if any of them hit her and she doesn't have the Earth Sword, well, she does have the Earth Sword, but you get the idea. What turn are we on, by the way? So great. Also, wait, how many enemy armies is that? 7th Division, Bandits, and 12th Division. I suppose I can put you on a forest. Yeah, I am waiting for that person. And, well, one of the archers is going to attack somebody, and that somebody was... No, Home was above, so this is Asbel. But Asbel's totally fine. This is totally unrelated to Fire Emblem, but the name Asbel, again, it just keeps making me think of Asbel from, Tales of Graces, and, I still can't believe that, in one of the Bumblecasts, Ian Flynn actually knows about the Asbel and Sharia thing. Okay, good. If all three of them hit him, he might die. But, yeah, the chance of that happening is fairly low. But, okay, let me see. Oh, you can actually open the bridge from the side. Good to know, but like we established earlier, I think Leaf needs to be the one to actually visit that. And his movement is freakishly high, so he can just do that. But first... yes, there is in range of, where's the sleep edge? Oh, interesting. I mean, I probably should kill this guy, but maybe having him live in shame would be even worse for him. Or we could, what rank is the sleep edge? It does have a ridiculous amount of weight on, A rank as well, so... but I bet you can use it, I guess. Well, how about first things first? Nana will explode a single ballista and then run. So I'll have the charm range going. So I have double charm range going, I mean. Oh, but I can't put Tina there unless I rescue her. Just, like, thinking I could just put Kempf to sleep and that would just be really funny. And, like, I'm just trying to think about the most humiliating thing I can do to him, but it might just be better if I did this. Although, hang on. Maybe Ilios is better served sniping another ballista. I really want to just try this. I'm gonna have to... yeah, don't think I'll thief stuff. I'm gonna have to, like, rescue Marcha out of the way. Oh, I get double. Oh, but it's just by the Venom Edge, so it's probably fine. You know what? I'm just gonna go for it. He doesn't even get, like, to show his face! Like, that's weird, like, for such a narcissist. He still has a helmet. Oh. What? Okay? Huh, well, that's not good. Right, yeah, at that rate, I don't really care. Let's just get you away and let's just completely wreck this guy. His attack speed is pretty high, but mine's higher with Graph Caliber. Although actually, I suppose beating him with Leaf is, like, probably more cathartic. No special dialogue, so... Wow, what?! Oh! Okay. Okay, yeah. Well, that worked out. Kempf tried very, very hard, but it was not to be in the end. Yeah, it still would have been pretty funny if I'd actually been able to, if I'd actually been able to put him to sleep and then, like, capture him, but yeah, it's fine. Anyway, Kempf dies is good. Still, if you're not getting Ilios, I highly recommend having Olwen beat him. It's obviously more satisfying that way. And I'm gonna just heal Leaf, just in case something really bad happens. So now that all the ballistas are gone, I think Tina should be safe here. Yes. In fact, let's, actually, I can probably... It's funny how they're still following their orders to hold that position even though the ballistas are all gone. I should... No, that's right at the end of his range. I'd rather just get a little bit closer. And have to be super, super, super careful of Lara. Because of, again, those Pegasus Knights that I'm worried about a lot. Yes, you can protect Tina. And I believe... Oh! The mages near Leaf didn't even attack him. Maybe they stopped fighting once Kempf is dead. I'm not sure, but I probably don't really want to risk it. Anyway, now let's go for the capture on this guy. So, like, I just realized, I feel like I'm making this chapter look a little easy, and it's kind of invalidating my whole thing about, oh, this chapter's actually, like, the A route's actually harder, but, like, here's the thing. Oh yeah, I can just do this and get danced for. You need a decent amount of meta knowledge to make the A route easier, like the fact that you can get rid of the ballistas with Ilios's bolting. Oh, you know what? Aha! Well, that way I don't have to kill you, at least. Oh, I can... Wait, is he... No, I need more room. However... Take that thunder, and now you can just use the skill ring. That is kind of amazing that I can just neutralize both of them. Oh, he has the Paragon Sword. Okay, that plus stealing is actually not a bad combo. Yeah, at this point, we're just gonna head in and try and, capturing these guys for their killer lances is not a bad idea. But, yeah, we're gonna... Wait, hang on, what do you have? You have a Master Lance and a Master Bow. Let's just watch out for that. In fact, I think I actually saw somebody lose Asbel in an Iron Man to getting very lucky against this boss. Like, they warped Asbel in to deal with the boss, and they thought that it was basically a sure shot, but, turns out it actually wasn't. Because that can happen. Yeah, there's a very small but not trivial chance of, Homer dying there. But yeah, normally Asbel's a great boss killer, but they got very unlucky with master weapons. Yeah, if I send Nana back here, they're now in charm range. And now, I can send a Leaf down here. Yeah, there we go, it has to specifically be Leaf visiting this village. It makes sense because, yeah, oh, Solwood's the name of that place? Yeah, that guy at the, village told you specifically to keep an eye out for this guy and talk to him if you saw him. Ah, the twofold light, yes. Or, like, Zwei, like, light or something. There's, like, a version of that was in German. But I believe the twofold light might just be the fact that Leaf has two Holy Bloods. The fact that he's got both Baldur and Nordrhein. Or it's him and Seliph, that too. But yeah, this guy's accompanying us literally because a prophecy said so. But he's going to be a great asset. Sloof starts with A staves and more than 10 skill. He also has 15% vigor. That's pretty much all you need to know about him, but that alone makes him extremely good and one of the main reasons to play the A route. He can use warp instantly, and while rewarp might seem a bit weird, it does have a niche in teleporting him onto reinforcement spawn points in Chapter 18. I may be speaking from experience there. You also need him to recruit one of the A-Route exclusive characters later on, so keep him around for that. And that's about it. A-Stave's good. But, okay. Yeah, also, this is where you get the Bragi scroll in this route. On the other route, you need to capture it from Amalda, or steal it, so... Yeah, it's a little bit tricky to, It's a bit easy to get on this route, I guess. But the thing that I was saying was... I'll just go ahead and say it here. I don't like... Okay, hang on. Oh, that's a one-shot. However, I have exactly enough movement to canter away, though, I think. I should be able to just canter back one space, because, I really want to do a bolting one-shot. I mean, Thoron one-shot. Also, I love how Thoron looks in the Yggdrasil games. It's like this giant, like, laser beam that just explodes. It's even more fitting because in an earlier version of the fan translation, it was called Tron. I mean, which is probably not what it's actually meant to be called, but it's still kind of funny that way. But yeah, I remember when, you know, Thoron was just called Tron. So, right, Sloof/Shroff, or however you want to say it. I don't like his unit feel. Like, I've seen, like, unit feel is a common buzzword, in Fire Emblem discussion these days. But when it comes to unit feel, I really don't like this guy, because he really, like, yeah, it's like I said it in his bio, he's got A staves, never misses with staves, and 3 vigor stars. And that's entirely all there is to him. And that alone makes him insanely good. But the problem with that is that, like, he doesn't really feel like an actual character, if you get my drift. He feels more like a warp staff with legs than an actual person. Oh, by the way, well, yeah, let's actually make him a men's staff with legs here, but it's just like, Like, there's no real point to give him experience or promoting him, because he already has everything he needs with his base stats. It's kind of part of why I don't really find, like, often don't really find, like, Jagans all that fun either. But even then, though, at least, like, Jagans need stats to fight. They're at least interesting in that regard. This guy, like, he just uses a staff and things happen. Like, the only thing of his that matters is that A rank in stars, which he already has in the beginning. Like, there's just nothing to build up or anything. It's just, I don't know, it's something that I just don't particularly enjoy in this game very much. It's just, he doesn't feel that fun to use. But, okay. Right. I feel like I haven't actually used Matcha as much as I really should be. So in that case, maybe I should have her try and get the boss kill. But I also kind of want Ilios to get the boss kill. But he is equipping the Master Lance right now. Which... Oh, and he doubles as well, so Ilios gets hit 4 times. I really should save that bolting. There are ballistas in the next chapter. Yeah, let's not do that. Okay, at least Nana doesn't get doubled. But yeah, attacking a brave weapon with Nana's also probably not wise. So... yeah, and if he hits twice with that, you really want, like, big durability with him when you're fighting this guy, I mean. Hello there, pointless... hello there, other pointless movement star. Where are we at now? 10 turns, okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna wait down here for the Pegasus reinforcements and have Dean, like, fight them. And then we can worry about... because I do want to show off that thing, but it's not until turn 20. It's just... it's just very weird that it's just like, it's supposed to be this really terrifying anti-turtling incentive, and they're supposed to be, like, one of the strongest fighting forces on the continent, but not really. So, Matcha, right. If she uses the Silver Sword, again, he gets to go twice. Maybe Charm and Leaf Support, I guess? That could work. Okay, that puts you down to 14 hit, yeah. I'd sort of rather Homer gets the kill, but it's a little bit, actually... yeah, he's just gotta not get hit twice. Which, I mean, maybe easier said than done. Oh yeah, because Homer gets a support from Nana as well. It's disturbing, but it will help here. Actually, wait a minute. Wind. Exactly enough users on it, too. Oh, that's way better, yeah. Hello there, Star Wars Quota. Oh, and I didn't need to worry at all. Oh, wait, no, he's actually not dead. I love the Sage dodge animations, like, they just blur backwards like that. This isn't the end! Oh, that's an Eggman quote. I was thinking, who says that? And I was like, oh yeah, that is an Eggman quote.
This isn't the end!
And there they go. Oh, you guys are actually moving now, huh? Yeah, maybe it's like some of the enemies have different like AI behaviors where it's like when a certain trigger occurs, they all just start going for you. And great swords are fairly strong, but I don't really care about capturing too much at this point. Oh, Pern has an armor slayer. I guess he can just stand here, equip that, and then let them come to him. And now we wait. Oh, okay. I was about to say for a second, oh, it's the Pegasus. No, it isn't. It's just a couple of pirates. There will be pirate reinforcements in the next map as well, but they are, they're a lot weirder. Ahoy there, me hearties! Finally I be out of that god's forsaken ocean, and now I can finally taste free air and pillage these villages. Oh no! Wait, they're not moving, I don't... Hang on, did they notice Lara, and were they actually trying to move to capture her? I think they were. I was gonna think who I give soul to on this route. Could actually help Brighton, because he has Wrath and also is very bulky. No, I can actually just get all the way to this guy right now. Oh, Lara is 1 point off being fatigued. Let's not dance with her anymore, because I will need her in the next map. Oh, finally, you guys spawn. Yeah, that's a lot of them. They also all have Rider's Bane, so if you put any cavalry down there, or heaven forbid, if you're trying to arena abuse with any cavalry, you are really in for it. However, I specifically put Dean down there to intercept them, so these Pegasus Knights are not long for this world. But next chapter, we'll be dealing with some more Pegasus Knights, and they're a bit more of an issue, let's just say. Regardless of the route, Dean is still pretty useful. Oh, there are actually just straight up no enemies in the map now, so it just goes from player phase to player phase. I'm waiting, Legendary Knights of Ulster. Okay, it should be happening this turn. Here they come. So, this is our first time seeing Conomore. He has a bunch of these Cavaliers right now. I shudder to think what fate would befall Princess Miranda, who we can't even recruit on this route. So, yeah, she's doomed regardless. Oh, they already know that she's in that monastery. So, this is why I don't like this aspect of the map either. Because not only does this quote-unquote terrifying fighting force of Ulster not even show up unless you take way too long in this map, but here's the thing. If you kill any of them, they all go into retreat mode. You kill a single one of them, and the next enemy phase, they will just attempt to run away right off the map. It's really, really bizarre to me. But my hope here is, also, yeah, health and advantage, is... Oh, wait, I can't capture Conomore without sleep. I should have thought that one through. Okay, then. Don't think I even have the sleep staff right now, either. Well, that was unlucky. Oh, he could just straight up be dead here. That's like a quote that a lot of... Oh, boy. He has a lot of crit. Thankfully, he did not actually... Okay, that's good. He didn't actually manage to do a lot to me. Meanwhile, Leaf is still poisoned. There's no chance that I actually somehow brought a sleep staff, right? Hammer and Sorcerer Rescue. I didn't bring sleep. And the sleep edge is on Marcha, and I already lost my warp staff, so I can't. I don't think there's really a way I can get sleep over there in time. But yeah, you also kind of want a Thief here because he has a Nile manual. This is exclusive to the A route, and it means the A route has one more skill manual than the B route does. But, like I said, no reason not to kill or capture Conomore here, because you can't recruit him on this path, and it stops him from becoming a problem later. Well, okay, this is a little... I forgot for a moment. Oh, we can capture you, but it's a mounted unit, of course. Wait, hang on. Oh, wait. Oh, wait, hang on. I'm save stating for this because this is just purely a silly fun strat, but, okay then. You have the sleep edge. Safi, trade, warp, Hammern, the warp, this is going to be so insane if I do pull this off. So I need melee, I need Conomor's melee range free, so I have to get rid of, some of these guys here. But I can Rider's Bait impale this one right here. Then I need... Okay. How am I going to do this? I need to get the Sleep Edge onto Fergus. Somehow. Which means I need to warp Marcha there, because she can't move right now. Yeah, I said before that I don't exactly like this guy's unit feel, but you're seeing right now why having another warp user, like why having an A staff user in itself is amazing. So she gets warped down there, allowing Fergus to take her Sleep Edge. He does have an A in swords, right? I would be very surprised if he didn't. Okay, no, he has an A in swords. Oh, I gave him a cost. That's cool. And I do believe... Yeah, he has a scroll, so he can't get crit by Conomor. So, okay. Trade. Slippage. Attack with the slippage. He has to hit a 70. Okay. Apologies for the different position on Finn. I misclicked with the trade. Come on, Conomor Night. Sounds really weird, but... And we did it! The defending Conomor is now asleep. And with this, I want to do the capture with Brighton and the take and trade with Glade, because Glade has less items in the inventory, so... Give Conomor, and now... Take... Nile Manual Master Lance Killing Edge, and goodbye. Wow. Wow, both him and Amalda have really dark release quotes. They just want to make you feel bad for the one that you're unable to recruit regardless, but, yeah, all of his guys are gonna go into retreat mode now, but I'm not gonna take that risk. I'm just gonna end the chapter. Can't believe I was actually able to capture Conomor, though. That was, like, that just shows the power of yeah, Sleuth and A Staves. And the Sleep Edge. And yeah, we get a lot of dialogue here from Dorius rather than August, because he's the focus character of this route. So it is kind of cool how you just get a very different story tone based on which way you go. Yes, I believe this is just the opening movie, yeah. Oh, this is almost a paraphrase of the opening movie, just the opening movie is written in third person rather than first person. We get more development on Finn, at least. Shame that he's not showing up in this scene, because, like, the story has to account for him being dead at this point. They could have easily given him, like, Olwen, like a I talk in this scene if I'm alive flag. Wow, yeah, this is a lot of development on Finn. Which is, wow, I'm really liking this. Yeah, the A route's got some good stuff to it, even if it isn't my personal favorite. Yeah, I feel like this dialogue doesn't actually play if you didn't have Connemore ambush you. Indeed, he's a brave general of Ulster, a man of honorable heart and unshakable loyalty. But he's now wandering the wilderness depressed for the rest of his life thanks to us. Whoops! Yeah, there must be something we're unaware of. Sadly, it's something we can't do anything about unless we're on the B route. But that is Nordrhein taken down, and Kempf is also defeated. And next I'll move on to Chapter 17A, a fan favourite of a lot of people, but also a very annoying map for a multitude of reasons. See you all then.